What's up, guys? Today we're looking at a knife from E-Volve. This is the Apache. E-Volve is a subdivision or sub-company of BRS, Blade Runner System, which everyone knows, very famous for their ballad songs. But they have a few folders under their name, and so far I've been really impressed with everything. And I've had this one for a while now. This one is the Apache. It's available in 3 different colors. There's this green one here, which has a black pivot, which is really unique. It's one of the coolest things about the knife, in my opinion, design-wise. And there's also a black and gray version that has a red pivot. So to start off, I'm going to give you some specs on this. Blade is S35VN, flat ground, very interesting shape here, kind of a really broad leaf shape. All right, 2.75 inches, closed, 4.25 inches. It is a titanium frame lock. All right, it does have a lock insert. You can probably see in there. Okay, see the screw for it. All right, the lockup is absolutely perfect. There's no blade play in any direction at all. Full length is 7 inches and the weight is 4.4 ounces. Now, what came with this knife was the case. So far I've had 2 different E-Volve knives and both came with this nice padded case, which is pretty cool. Also came with like a cardboard sleeve as well if you wanted to protect it. And there's some goodies underneath. So if you do happen to get one of these cases, don't forget to check underneath. We have a business card for E-Volve. You can pause the screen there if you want to read that. All right, also E-Volve sticker and a BRS sticker, as well as a nice cloth. All right, keep your knives clean. So back to the knife, we can see we have a flipper design. All right, there's no thumb studs or opening holes or anything like that. However, there's enough blade sticking out here. If you do a little pinch grip, the middle finger and thumb, you can kind of override that detent and open it slowly, all right, as opposed to flipping it open. Looking closer at the handles here, it might be hard to tell through the video, but this is kind of a green coloration with the black pivot collar. Very interesting. There is grooves on the front and kind of back straps here. All right, it's on both sides. You could physically feel that there are grooves. There is texture there, but in grabbing and holding a knife, you don't really feel it at all. As far as the pivot collar, that's what really sets this apart. Very interesting. All right, it's on the front and the back, as well as you can see the hardware here. This looks like nothing that's out there. And with the literally millions of different knives that are in the marketplace, it's really cool to see something that is very different. All right, not only from this very, very wide blade, as well as just you can see the groove that's on either side of it. All right, just totally different lines, which is pretty neat. The S35VN definitely speaks for itself. There's a very cool stonewash finish on this as well. All right. Tons of belly. I mean, that's basically what all this knife is belly. All right, so it comes across as a very, very nice slicer. Did a lot of cardboard cutting with this since I've had it. During EDC chores, nothing specific that I remember, giving me a problem or anything. So you can see the tip is not, overly pointy at all, but I had no problem with like penetration into boxes and stuff. All right, the focus really is on slicing with this particular design as opposed to being, a very, needle point. I know some guys that like to use their knives to maybe get out splitters and stuff. This is definitely not the one for that. But I think having this type of blade design does add a little bit of strength, all right? Some of the knives out there like, I don't know, the Kershaw Leak, just to throw an example out, those are awesome, but you tend to have to use them just a little bit, less hard. You have to kind of worry about what you're gonna use them for so you don't snap that tip off. I'd be extremely surprised if anyone snapped this tip off just because it's so broad. Looking at the pocket clip here, carried in the pants, totally fine. The tension is very nice on this. It's tight enough to, stay in thinner material, but it's not hard to get in and out at all. Sometimes there's a little bit of a sweep on a pocket clip that makes it easier to push in, but I've had no trouble at all just sliding this in and out of the pocket. You can see it does leave just a little bit of that knife poking out. All right, tip up, right side carry, but it is swappable to left side carry if you wish. So you can see by design, there's no lanyard hole here or anything. All right, there is a little standoff on the bottom. On that, it's an open frame. All right, so stays clean. The action on this knife is really smooth. It is running on a bearing system inside the pivot. There is kind of a sweet spot on this flipper for me where it's a little bit down, but also a little bit in. It's not uncomfortable at all. You can see it's kind of a squared off shape, but there's no sharp angles or anything. There's also no jimping, but I don't think it's necessary at all. It's kind of like on this angle here. All right, where, like I said, it's a sweet spot, just super comfortable to flip out. All right, whereas other times, or at least when I first got the knife, I was kind of pushing in and building up too much pressure. I ended up being a little uncomfortable. All right, so once you get it in hand, kind of playing around with it, you can find that sweet spot. But yeah, I mean, super smooth knife, premium materials. Now, as far as price on these, it's pretty consistently sold at $180. which is definitely in the right bracket as far as price, just based on the materials and everything. This knife is made in China, all right? Some people will think it's very expensive to be a Chinese-made knife. However, you are getting premium steel, premium handle. You know, titanium and S35VN is kind of hard to get in under 100. Most production knives out there are definitely over $100, probably 120, 130 for like pretty basic designs. I mean, you can see stuff from Knives and Kaiser. It's definitely on the same level. I'm not exactly sure who's actually manufacturing these, but I would put it right there with the best techs and, well, the best of them really, as far as high-end Chinese cutlery. All right, very impressive, very tight tolerances on this, and just kind of a unique design. That's why you would pick this one over something else in the $180 range, such as some ZT models that are also sporting S35VN, you know, and titanium handles. It just comes down to a preference on look and feel. Something else to consider too is availability. Unlike Kaiser and and maybe even Best Tech as well, those are going to be available, and they're making a lot more of them. I don't know the exact production number on the Apache model, but also BRS and E-Volve, their sub company. They're a company that I'm seeing just put out more and more designs. I don't see them really revisiting old designs, at least anytime in the future. So once these are sold out, they're just sold out. Now, just like their balisongs. I mean, once they hit the market, they're gone and that's it. So it's something, you know, that has a little bit more limited quantity and limited availability, which obviously puts a premium on it. So besides being very unique and a very nice high quality knife, that might be another reason why you'd want to get it, is if you're happen to be a collector or something. Finding these 5-10 years from now would be a lot harder, in my opinion, than finding like a higher end Kaiser or a knife. But yeah, I mean, overall, I really do like the knife. It's very high quality. The only limitations really is just in its blade shape. It's both a pro and a con. The only con really is, again, not having a super fine tip for some more detail work, but what you lack in a fine tip, you gain in having more strength in the tip, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, snapping off on you. So yeah, that's the E-Volve Apache. It's very, very cool. I do like this particular combination of this kind of subdued green as well as the black on the hardware and everything else. The best way to describe it is kind of like a mossy green. It's almost like greenish gray, but just a really snazzy looking knife. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's it. If you have one of the Evolve models, let everyone know down in the comment section what you think of yours. But I definitely enjoyed this one. It is really nice. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.